Good morning and hello. It's such a pleasure to get to share a little bit of Rise and Shine Qigong with you. And I started 1 minute early because I'm going to try and figure out how to share this live from my page, and that might take me a moment. So thank you for your patience as I figure out how to work all this stuff. Oh, look, there I am. I think I figured out how to share it. Yes, lovely. How do I share it to my page, though? To my personal page? It's showing me how to share it to a whole bunch of groups I'm in, but I'm not seeing how to share it to my personal page. Trying to share it. So if you're tuning in, I'm just taking a moment to try and figure out how to share this live on my personal page. And apparently I can't figure out how to do that. Maybe you'll know how to share the live on your page. Oh, come on, it can't be that hard. I knew I had to start it a minute earlier, so just to figure this out. So that's what I'm doing. I can see where I can share to a whole bunch of groups I'm in, but not my personal page. So apparently I still can't figure out how to do this, even though I got on early to try. Maybe you'll share it for me, because I just want to do Qigong and not mess with that. And that's the truth of it. I'd rather just do Qigong than mess with all this tech, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in this world. But I'm really glad you're here to do a little Qigong with me. Thanks for that, because I'm sick of the digital world. Let's stand up nice and tall. If you are on your couch or in your bed, it is time to wake up, to stand up. Get on your own 2 feet. It is a beautiful morning out there. I just looked outside. It's going to be a great day. Make sure your toes are forward in Qima stance. Feet are about shoulder width. Knees are a little bent. Nice tall posture. Ideally, the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth behind the 2 front teeth. And we're just breathing in and out of the nose. I tell you, this is my favorite part of Qigong and Tai Chi. You just get to stand and relax and breathe. And that's called exercise. I like that kind of exercise. It's really not that easy, though, to stand with good posture. Because as I'm standing, I'm noticing my foot is a little off. So I got to change that and adjust. Because good posture, the details make the difference. And the details of what we do with our body, they make a huge difference in our health. So before we start to move, just take a moment. How's your posture? Can you stand up with good posture? When we stand with good posture, our hearts are more open, our lungs are more open, our organs aren't compressed. They work better. Good posture is important for your health. But you're already there. I know you're off the couch by now. Let's do a little constant bear. Just turning from the waist, letting the hands tap against the body. This helps to warm up those big core muscles and get everything flowing from our center, from our core. So when I see people do this in my live classes, I usually see this in the beginning. People don't want their arms to touch them. Why is that? Let your arms touch your beautiful body so you can feel that you are alive and awake. Feel that your arms are touching you. Feel that your body is touching your arms. This will help to bring you out of dream state if you are still sleepy. Here in Florida, it's 6:30 a.m. and there's a lot of you I know that are still sleepy. Maybe even not out of bed. Just scrolling through your Facebook. It's time to get up and feel your body. Just with a little light turn. So if you're new to this Qigong stuff, you might not remember the other stuff we're going to do today, but this you can remember, right? This is pretty simple to remember. Stand with good posture, knees bent, head tall, be at ease, and just turn your waist. and let your hands come with you. But there's a lot to this exercise. Let's go over just a little bit more. Let's do our constant bear now in a bow stance, because we're going to do a bow stance a little later on. So it's good to review it. Let me step back so you can see my feet as I step forward. So this is called Qigong. In a bow stance, we turn our back foot, that's going to be my right foot, kind of to the corner, so my toe faces the corner, and then the front foot steps forward. So we have this bigger stance like this, but we still want to stay tall, right? So from the side, I think it's easier to see me in my constant bear now, just shifting the weight back and forth, letting the hands come with us. Do you feel difference? Immediately, I feel big difference from the other constant bear. I get a lot more stretch through my core. Oh, apparently I really need that today. But remember that you're breathing and you're keeping good posture. When we come into bow stance, there's a tendency to do this, to lean a little. No, good posture. And don't make the movement super huge. Just turn your waist to about the front. Turn the waist to about the side. Don't try to turn all the way around and torque your knees and your hips. It should be really soft, really gentle, really relaxed. So you can see from the side, I'm shifting my weight a little forward and back. And that's why I do it kind of this angle. So you can see that, because when I'm front on, you cannot really see that I am shifting my weight forward and back. Now, remember what I said, stand, relax, breathe. Let's check in with that last one. Are you breathing? Man, I really hope you're breathing, because I can't see you if you fall to the ground and have an issue. Please keep breathing in the constant bear, and just notice how it feels here in our, whoops, I got out of frame, in our left bow stance, because then we're going to change it to a right bow stance, and it may feel entirely different. When we start our practices in our day, it's a really good idea to do it gently and mindfully so that you don't hurt anything. I'm going to switch into my right bow stance, my right bow stance, by turning my left foot to the corner, shifting my weight to it, and then stepping right in front with the right foot forward. I stepped right out of frame, so I'm going to step back and do a little constant bear on this side. Do you feel a difference? Oh, I feel a significant difference. I'm feeling this in my right glute. I did not feel that before. The glute, right? The gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus. Your butt! Yes, I like those technical terms like butt. Everyone understands butt, but maybe not glute so much. So here, just relax and breathe and notice how it feels. This is really gently opening up the core muscles. I had a conversation with someone yesterday who said, I really like that you've taught me how to wake up gently and mindfully, because in the past, I would wake up and just go, and I'd get hurt. Well, I did the same thing, and that's how I learned to not just jump up and go, to be gentle with myself. I'm going to step back and do Qigong and notice how my body's feeling before I get going. So constant bear tunes us into just standing up and gently moving and breathing. But let's get into some of our other joints to get them open. But first I'm going to do a little bit of shake it, because it is kind of early for a lot of people here tuning in. And in our shake it, we want to keep our knees bent, our feet flat, our elbows bent, and our palms down. And it's up to you how fast or slow you shake it. Well, again, I wore the bra that slides off during shake it. Why can't I remember that? At 5 in the morning when I'm getting dressed to come here. One of these days I will. So here in the shake it, you can keep it kind of light, or you can super shake it. I'm going to super shake it for a little bit. And when you're really shaking it, or maybe just keeping it softer,
try to keep your muscles relaxed so you feel them kind of pulling on your bones. And if it's early where you are, this will wake you up. You do not have to have caffeine. I've had no caffeine this morning. You don't need it. It doesn't always help you. If you get addicted to it, that's not good. You can just move your blood, move your body in this safe way, but then I'm going to slow it down. Because it's hard for me to do that and maintain my talking. When I'm doing it on my own, I don't have to talk, and it's easier to do the breath because we want to keep breathing. But Shake It can really get you going, move your blood, get your muscles warmed up by helping them pull on your bones. It also really helps to move your lymphatic fluid. Very good for immunity, which is kind of important. Immune system, kind of important. But then I'm going to just stop. Even doing it lightly at the end, I feel that vibration in my body. Man, that feels good. So as we go along, remember you're in charge. Move in any way you want. If you don't like what we're doing, then don't do it. You're the boss. I'm not going to know. In the live classes, I know because I see what you're doing. Here, I won't know if you sit down on the couch and just watch and drink some coffee. And if you do that, you'll actually get benefit too. Because just watching and being around people doing Qigong and Tai Chi, it makes you feel better. It's called the Qi Chang Gong. Let's circle our hips. So here, hands on waist, let's tune in with how the hips feel. Push out one hip, push out a belly as though you have to. Push out the other hip and then your butt. So basically, we're just making a big soft circle with the waist. And again, when I'm in my live classes with people there, I often see this. This is not the same exercise as when your head is still. See that head still? Only the waist and hips are moving. And don't work hard. Be real gentle and just feel what's going on in your body. This is tuning in with how everything's working. And once we go one direction, just pause, relax if you got tense, and go the other way. How does it feel going the other way? You may notice a significant difference because you're using different muscles now. You're engaging them slightly different by going the other way. What we do on one side, we should do on the other side. That keeps us balanced. Because we are symmetrical beings. Right and left look pretty much the same for most of us. And what we do on one side, we should be doing on the other to create better balance. You might feel it more going one way than the other due to imbalances. But then bring it back to center and circle your shoulders. Hands on the sides of the thighs helps to ensure good posture. So this way, I know you can see my fingers are on the side of my thighs. Keep going with that. I'm going to see some of these comments people are typing. Hello, happy Monday, Bam. Hello, Mara. Pat is here. Yes, Pamela made it. Jane made it. Awesome. So good to see you guys. And Lori's here. Happy Monday. Thank you all who are video member subscribers. Lori and Pat, appreciate your support in that. And then after circling hips and shoulders, let's circle the neck. Now, I don't go all the way back because I have had some cervical issues. I've had some whiplashes from surfing, and it's not good to take your head back. So I try to do it safely, bringing the chin to the chest. I don't know why I went sideways. Really relax your chin onto your chest and feel the muscles in the back of your neck let go. And then slide your chin over your right collarbone. And then once you're there, just kind of look up to the right and then look back a little. By looking back, you'll feel a different stretch. And then bring your chin back down on the right collarbone. Relax your neck and slide it over to the left side. And then once you're there, look up to the left and look gently back to get that rotation stretch. But we're just going to go back and forth a few times, sliding the chin across the chest, looking to back at your rate. But remember to breathe. Please keep breathing. And relax. This is not a Western style of exercise. This is an Eastern style of exercise where we're not working hard. Instead, we're working smart. And in that way, we won't get hurt. So very gently opening up the neck. So it's not technically a circle. It's like half a circle that I do for my neck because I want it to stay healthy and not damage it to keep it happy. But then to come out, it's good to bring chin to center first and then raise up from there. How's your neck feeling today? Could you feel it? Let's circle the wrists a little. So here, I'm going to get close. You can see it's like hands are going around a ball. If you work on a device, on a telephone or a computer, this is a really important exercise for you. Don't do it like that. That will not help with carpal tunnel. This will actually help to offset carpal tunnel by opening up all this area in here. And you can probably feel that. So we're just gently opening up our wrists, but if you can, if you're awake enough, let's do a leg at the same time. So pick up one heel and circle your knee at the same time as your wrist. You can do this. You can control your hands and your feet. Go the other way. I can't see you. You might be laughing if it's your first time doing it. Usually the first few times doing it is a little more challenging for people, but after we do it a few times, let's switch to the other side, it becomes easier. And you might even notice that one foot is easier to circle than the other. And we want to make sure to go both directions with the foot and with the wrist. Relax, let your hip open, let your knee, your ankle, and your wrists open with no strain. Feeling what's going on before we start to really use them for the day. I think we have some people joining us from the UK today. Your day has already started, I know. But here we're just waking up. Maybe you notice some things going through your morning because you weren't tuning in. It's good to tune in at the very beginning of your day. Shake out a little if you got tense. Let's circle the arms in a bigger way. I'm going to come close because you don't need to see my feet. So from here, we're going to make fists. We'll hold them together, and we'll bring our back of our wrists together, come up to the chin like you're going to bop yourself in the chin, but don't. And then back fist forward. So then the fists roll around. They touch on the back. Here it's easier to see the whole angle. So this is like really stretching out the ligaments, the tendons in the wrists. It helps to open up the shoulders and the elbows. This is kind of like circling from the wrists and the elbows at the same time. Relax, don't work too hard. Work smart. Let's reverse it. So now from here, imagine you're gonna pop yourself one, but please don't. And then come forward, let the wrists bend and come out. Palm down, they roll to palm up, come into the face, then the backs of the palms touch to come out, palm down. They roll around each other, palm up. It's this very rolling, circular kind of motion. And you might feel how that starts to tone your upper arms. You do not have to work hard to get stronger and better. But then after a little circling of the arms, shake out a bit. And let's have a couple of bigger stretches, and then we'll get into some functional mobility. So I'm going to go with the forward roll stretch today. I feel like I need that. Chin on chest, just like before. If you shouldn't have your head to the ground, don't do it. You're the boss, right? But if you can have your head to the ground, just slowly roll it forward. Feeling all of the muscles around your spine open up. Let gravity open your spinal column and only go down as far as is right for you. And if you're flexible and your hands touch the ground, do yourself a favor and wrap your arms up so that gravity can then open up your spine. Don't bounce, don't push, just hang and relax and breathe and let gravity do the work of opening up the spinal cord. And then to come out, release the arms and just as slow roll up, but visualize your spine inside you. See where it's at. Visualize it coming into perfect balance, perfect harmony. Every vertebrae stacked one on top of the other, so gentle to stretch the back. Now stretch the front. Hands in prayer to come up, and if they don't come up far, that's okay. Maybe they only come up this high. Open up the hands, bring your bottom lip over your top lip, and a gentle lean back. Now, don't lean back so far that you shake. That's not gentle. And then standing upright, let go of the bottom lip, let it come back down, and let the hands come down. Oh, that felt good. In fact, I think I'm going to come right back here to a little more constant bear. And then one bigger stretch, big vase stretch. Some people have told me that this stretch kind of irritates their back. And to that I say, don't stand as wide, don't lean as far. But I'm going to step out wider into a horse stance so that I can actually reach and lean. So I think of this as circling too, because I imagine I'm going to go around this big circle. Palms are down, stretched out in front. As I inhale, I'm going to start to the right. The palms are tracing a big circle across the chest. So I'm upright and then exhaling to the left. So once we're at center, we're going to breathe in, reach and lean only to your comfort. You can go back if you want without strain, and then exhale the other way to center. So from center, we breathe in and circle to center. Then we breathe out from center and circle back to the center. After 3 one-way, pause. Give yourself a little stretch. Go the other way. And notice a difference as you inhale to the left. Does it feel different? And exhaling to the right. It might seem like we're doing the same thing, breathing in from center, but we're engaging our muscles differently by going different directions. Exhaling to the other side. So one more for 3, breathing in, reach and lean to your comfort. I'm going to go back a little because that feels good to me, and then exhale around to front and center. Stretch out, reach with one hand, reach with the other, and then a big inhale brings us up, hands to chest. Exhale, lower hands, and walk the feet back in. I see a really long comment there, so I'm going to check it while you do a little constant bear. Ricky, Lori Sable message Sarah Durant on Israel. Oh, I don't know what that is. I think I've been spammed. Yes, ignore the spammer who believes that they can just take over anyone's live stream and solicit anyone they choose. Good for you, solicitor. Good for you. Go grab that money instead of the chi. I'm grabbing chi. In fact, I'm going to come into my functional mobility training because I want to set up myself for success today in my body, which is frankly more important than money. You can be poor as dirt and really happy and healthy, and I'm helping you do it because you don't have to pay anything for this, do you? No, you don't, but I appreciate those who do. So our functional mobility set is designed to help restructure the pelvis and low back and bring it into balance. We start here in a monkey stance. The toes are out to the corner, the knees are bent, and it's really gentle. So here, just notice standing on your right leg without locking the knee. And then notice even weight. And then notice standing on your left leg without locking the knee. And then even weight. So we Breathe in at center. We breathe out to shift to the right leg. We inhale to center. We exhale to the left leg. So breathe in without locking knees, feeling even weight. Breathe out, feel all the weight on your right leg. Good posture. Breathe into center. Breathe out all the weight on the left leg without locking knees. So we do this every step we take in life. We shift our weight to one leg to pick up the other and take a step. But do you feel what you're doing when you're walking? Probably not. That's why we practice feeling what the body's doing. Where is the weight on your foot? Do you put it on the ball of the foot? Do you put it on your entire foot? Do you put it on your heel? Try to just sink your weight evenly into your foot. This creates better balance overall. So one more on the left and then come to center. Did you get tense? Oh, it's so hard, this stuff. Oh, shake out. Whew. Man, that was rough, wasn't it? Now we're going to do the same thing, but with our feet in Qigong. Now this is really important. Make sure that your feet are perfect for your bodybuilding. That's your foundation of your bodybuilding. Look at them. Make sure that they are parallel like skis, toes forward. In the beginning, that might hurt. If it hurts, back off the stance. Maybe turn your toes out a little bit so that it doesn't hurt. I couldn't stand like this without pain in the beginning. I had to stand with my toes out. But now I can stand like this since I've come into better balance. So here in prayer, we do the same thing. From good posture, we just sink our weight to the right foot. And then inhale to center. We sink our weight to the left foot. And inhale to center. So it feels a little bit different in this bigger, wider stance. And in fact, I felt my right hip pop and open on that very first one. That's part of what this does. It helps us to reset the hips so that they're better balanced. And you don't need a huge movement to do that. These tiny little movements that are detailed and aware, they actually work better than the huge movements at creating better balance. So notice how far you can comfortably sit on your right leg and how far you can comfortably sit on your left leg. From the side, I'm going to show you. I start off kind of high when I'm shifting from side to side, but then as I go along and my hips open up, I can sit down a little lower with each one. And I'm showing you from the side because I want you to see we want the butt to go behind us when we do the sit. So the butt goes back when we do the sit. That way the knee doesn't go forward. Because when the knee goes forward of our toes, that's not so good for our bones or our fascia or our cartilage or our ligaments or our tendons, and we don't really like how it feels after we've done it for years and years and years. We build up a lot of problems. So we're training ourselves to just pick up laundry on one side with good balance, right? Awareness of what we're doing. Good functionality. So I'm going to do one more to my right, come back to center, and one more to my left, and then come back to center. If you got tense, shake it out, move her out a little. Next one is pretty much like we just did, but a little twist. Well, not exactly a twist, but something different. So standing on the right leg, sit down. Now kind of slide over to your left leg and stand up. Usually I see people raise the empty foot when we're live in class. So keep both feet flat. So just sit down on the left leg, slide over to the right leg, and stand up. Both feet stay flat, the knees don't bend. Keep good posture. Oftentimes when I see people doing this, they'll lean over and they'll do something like this. They'll raise their heel, but we just want to stay square to the front, just like you're facing someone, and use minimal effort. You might be able to sit down really low and slide over and stand up. You might not. Every day is different. That's why we start off gently to recognize where we are. So I'm going to do a couple more just sitting down, sliding over, standing up without locking knees, without building up extra tension, sliding over to the other side. We stand up. Keep the empty foot, the yin foot, connected. One of the things we do in Qigong and Tai Chi is we are aware of both yin and yang. Not just the active leg that's holding us up, the yang leg, but also the yin empty leg. We're aware of what it's doing. So last one, sliding to the left foot, stand up, come back to center. Shake out a little. Wow. My hips actually do feel quite a bit more even from that. Yeah, I like it. So there's 8 of these in the functional mobility set. Let's come into number 4. Number 4 is the more challenging one. It's probably the most challenging one. Feet are here. Take your left heel in front with no weight on it. So all the weight's on the right foot. The hands are in prayer. I'm going to go a little sideways so you can see that I'm sitting down just a little with my butt behind, and then when I stand up, my hands are opening. And from the side, you can see how my back stays straight, my butt goes back, and I'm squared and even. It looks kind of like the body is a lever. Comes from a structural standpoint, you should be using it that way as a lever when you're going down to pick things up and then coming back up. It's important to keep the back straight. So notice how it feels here on your right leg for, let's just do 2 more. Standing up, and then last one, as we sit down, the hands come between the legs, and as we stand up, they open. Then bring your left foot in, shake out a little. Let's notice how it feels on the left leg now with the right heel in front. I'll do this one facing you since you know how it works. I keep my toe off the ground, and that reminds me, no weight on this front leg. So you might not be able to sit as far on your left leg. Hands between, and then stand up, open the hands so you're nice and centered. Ideally, we inhale as we sit down, and we exhale as we come up. Remember, don't work hard. Try to use minimal muscle to sit down to your comfort, and then exhale to stand up. Not locking knees, not getting tense. Minimal muscle involvement. Instead of using muscle, we're using our wits and using our body in the way that it's structurally designed to reset our pelvic alignment. I'm going to do one more. Sitting down, hands between legs, only go to comfort, and then exhaling, standing up, hands open, and then bring that empty foot back in. Thank you, legs. Good job, hips, coming into better balance. So that's number 4. There's 8 of these. So number 5, we're going to step out a little bit wider in a horse stance and do something we've already done twice, but in different positions. From hands in prayer, just sit down a little on your right leg, and then come to center without locking knees, and then sit down a little on your left leg. And then come to center without locking knees. Again, from the side, I want you to see the butt goes back, the head stays in between the feet. Ideally, we don't want this. We don't want your head coming forward of your foot. So if you have to bend your waist to sit down, that's fine, but keep your head over your feet, in between your feet, right? Not going forward. And you don't have to sit down as far as me. Usually my first one is pretty high, but then as I go along, my hips start to open. It gets easier to sit on the left leg and to stand up. Let's do a couple more together. So ideally, We inhale when we sit down. We're facing front, nice and centered. We exhale to stand. We inhale to sit down. And we exhale to stand. Let's do one more. Now, every Olympic athlete practically uses this motion. Inline skating, running, jumping. This is the motion that we're training for. We use it in everyday life. Once we're done, relax, shake out a little. Man, we're moving slow, but my hands are getting sweaty. My chi is flowing. Let's bring it back into Chi stance for number 6. This one, I think, is one of my favorites in this set because I really need it. At the hands at the side, just imagine there's a little gardening stool behind you, and you're going to sit down on it and then stand up. And as you do, hands come up and then bring the shoulder blades down nice and even, and then the hands lower. So we inhale sitting down, we exhale standing up, and then bring the shoulder blades down and in place. From the side, I want you to see the posture because the details make a difference. Inhale, sit down, butt behind. Exhale, stand up. Almost like someone's pulling you forward from your belly, then shoulder blades down to even them up. Hips and shoulders work together. So inhale, sit down, only to your comfort. As you exhale, imagine someone's grabbing your belt and pulling your belly up and forward, then shoulder blades down, nice and even. Let's do 3 more. So inhale, sit down. You don't have to sit far. Exhale, stand up. Use minimal effort, bringing shoulder blades even, pulling them down, then hands lower. 2 more. Inhale, sit down. And exhale, stand up. Imagine I'm pulling you up by the belly. That's so easy. Shoulder blades down. Last one, because I want to be able to sit down on the toilet and stand up on my own my whole life. So I practice and bring shoulder blades down nice and even, and then hands down. And I'm not joking. A lot of people, as they get older, they got to have those grab bars to get on and off the toilet. I will never have a grab bar unless something devastating happens. Now, 2 more exercises in this set, and then we'll get into some flow. This one, again, look at your feet, square them up, make sure you have great foundation for your bodybuilding. Please do not fall backwards. I'm going to say that first because it's easy to fall backwards. You're in charge, and I'm not there to pick you up if you fall back and crack your head. So come up on your toes a little, raising your heels, and then put them down, and then raise your balls of your feet, and then your heels, and then the balls of the feet, and then the heels, and the balls of the feet. So we're just going back and forth a few times, raising the heels, raising the balls of the feet. And from the side, you can see how it's really my core muscles that are making that happen. Because this right here, that's what's keeping me balanced. From the side, you can see my sway and how that helps me to stay balanced. So do it a few times. The goal is to stay longer and longer on the balls of the feet and longer on the heels without falling back. That one is a little more challenging, but don't fall backwards, right? It's really easy to get hurt if you fall backwards. So you're in charge of putting your feet down when you need to, of avoiding the puddles in the grocery store floors. You're in charge of where you step and how you move. So take control. Let's do a couple more. And if you do this for a while, longer than we're doing, you'll probably feel quite a bit of core muscle activation because this really works those core muscles, and you don't have to lay on the ground like in a lot of different exercise systems. But then after a few stop, do you feel your core muscles, how they were engaged? I can feel mine. Let's do our last functional mobility set, number 8. This one's very interesting. Look at your feet. Make sure they're absolutely perfect. And you might learn some interesting things about your body on this one. So once you've looked at your feet, you know that they're perfectly spaced. The toes are forward. You know exactly how they're set. Don't look at your feet again. Just stand on your right leg. Bring your left foot in. Take it forward on the heel, back on the toe, ball of the foot in the middle. Now don't look down. Put your foot back where it started, into perfect position. And then once you've got it there, center your weight. Now check it out. Oh, mine's a little turned. So slightly. I'm going to slightly turn it back, but you position your foot. If you nailed it, good for you. I'm going to do 2 more. So stand on the right leg. Don't look at the left. Feel where it's at. Then bring it in. Touch on the heel in front, ball of the foot in the back. Touch in the middle, slide it out to perfect position without looking, feeling where it is in space. Center your weight and look down. Oh, that one's really off. I'm about a centimeter too far back and turned. So I adjust it, and then last one on this side. So good posture, knowing where your left leg is. Don't look at it. Just bring it in. Forward on the heel, back on the toe, ball of the foot in the middle. Slide it out to perfect position for your body. Feel perfect. And then center weight and check it. I did it! I actually got that one. If you didn't, adjust your foot back to perfect and then stand. Thank you, body, for knowing that this is the healthiest position to stand in. Now try the other leg. Standing on the left leg now, feel where your right one is, knowing that that's where you want it to go back. Then bring it in. Forward on the heel, back on the toe, ball of the foot in the middle. Slide it out to about shoulder width, feeling perfect position. Once you have it, center weight, and then check it out. How'd you do? Ooh, mine's turned like just slightly out too far. So I'm going to bring it back in, adjusting it to my perfect, and then don't look at it. Stand on left leg. Feel where the right one is, then bring it in. Forward on the heel, back on the toe, ball of the foot in the middle. Slide it out, feeling perfect. Once you feel like it's exactly where you want it, center weight and check it. I did it! That's big for me. I don't always get them, but if you need to, adjust a little, and we'll do one more. So feeling where your right leg is as you stand on the left. Then you know where to put it back. Bring it in, forward on the heel, back on the ball of the foot, touch the ball of the foot in the middle and kind of slide it out, feeling perfect. You got this. You nailed it, didn't you? It's absolutely perfect. If it is, yes, give yourself a good job. If not, just adjust it, come back to center, and just stand with good posture and relax and breathe. And tell your body, this is how I want to stand when I'm talking to my neighbor. And when I'm standing in the line at the grocery store, because this is the healthiest for my mind body. But then move around a little. You know, we're quickly running out of time on our lives, so let's get into some circling flow, and then we'll get in our heavy work. So remember bow stance? We're going to use bow stance. So from Chima, let me get back so I don't step out of frame. We're going to use a left bow stance. So turn your right foot to the corner and take your left foot in front and feel like you're comfy here. Remember how we did constant bear without leaning? Now we're going to do something different. Bring up your left hand like you're holding a beach ball on your chest. And as you shift your weight to the left, just let that beach ball float off. Then shift the weight back, bringing in the left hand, it comes up in front of the left shoulder. Then as we shift weight and turn, it flows out. It's called circling. This is a Tai Chi exercise called circling, and it's super relaxing, and it helps to get your chi flowing, to coordinate your upper and lower body, shifting the weight, turning the waist and the arm, flowing all at the same time. And ideally, we're still breathing, so we can imagine that we're inhaling and gathering energy. And as we exhale, it flows right out our arm. So we inhale and the hand comes in like picking up energy or chi, holding it at the chest. Exhale, flow that energy right out. Let's do one more with just the left arm flowing up and out. Now let the left arm go. Bring up the right hand and circle just your right hand. Just the right hand. So it scoops down, it comes up, it holds a beach ball across the chest, it lets it go, and then it comes back down. So it floats up, it holds a beach ball on the chest, and it floats down. And then we shift weight to the left, the right hand gathers the beach ball, and then as we shift weight to the right foot, it lets it go. Can you do both hands at the same time? Yes, you can. Imagine you have a beach ball and then you pick it up with your left arm on your chest and hold it. Then the right arm holds it on the chest. And then the left arm holds that beach ball. This idea of holding the beach ball, it actually helps to connect us with the round flowing energy of chi. And if I think I'm kind of squeezing a beach ball lightly to my chest, that is also called pressing on chi or imagining the resistance of a gentle energy. Years ago, I had a beautiful woman taking my classes named Judy who said it's like moving in pudding. I'll never forget it. She was so astounded. She's like, as soon as I start thinking about chi, I feel like I'm moving in pudding. That's the idea. Almost like we can feel the energy not only in the beach ball on our chest, but all around us. When we connect with that idea that we're actually in energy, moving through energy and connecting with it, scientific research has shown that when we use that idea, our muscles get stronger without ever picking up a barbell or using a machine. All you have to do is think, I am moving through chi. I feel as though I am moving through pudding or mud or a marshmallow-like substance. It's soft and floaty, and I can move through it, but there's a slight resistance. Are you slowing down now? You probably are slowing really down. Let's do just two more here in our left bow stance so you can really feel it. Are you leaning? Remember, good posture, head over tailbone. This will be the last one, the last circle in our left bow stance, and then we're going to do it on the right side for just a little bit. So I'm going to step back just so I stay in frame to come into Chi Man, shake out a little. I feel totally imbalanced now. I feel how this right side is kind of, it's got all the energy. So I'm going to switch, this is my right side. So I'm going to switch it up into a right bow stance. I say right for you, mirror image for you. And then do it on this side. So now the right hand comes up, holds the beach ball, takes it forward, and lets it go. Let's do one hand at a time for just a few. Can you feel the difference? Man, I feel a difference in my legs just switching to the other side. So after a few with just the right hand, let it go, then bring up the left hand, only the left hand. We'll do just 3 each with one hand, but you know how to do 2 hands now. So I'm going to do just one more with only my left hand, shifting the weight forward, the hand comes up, and then shifting the weight back. Now the right arm's holding the beach ball, brings it across to the right leg, and then the left arm holds the beach ball. When we do this, we want our top elbow pointing down. Not this, that's not relaxed, that's relaxed. So be aware of your top elbow just hanging off your shoulder. It should feel really relaxed, really kind of calming and meditative. There's quite a bit to this circling stuff. It's a powerful martial arts technique, actually, but I don't have time to get into all that. If you're interested in learning more about it, all that's on my video membership Qigong page. The 8 functional mobility set that we just did is on there. There's a video that's just circling from a lot of different angles with a lot of more theory of what it does for you. But here, we're just gonna close up our circling with one more circle. Relax, tall, gentle, and then I'm gonna step back up into Chi Man stance. Let the hands come to the chest and lower down. Take a few breaths, move around, and maybe stretch out your arms, because now is the point in the program that I gotta get you going. Because it's Monday morning here in the States anyway, and I know you got things to do and you need to get pumped up. So we're gonna continue on our journey to 100 push-ups. That's right, we are doing push-ups. Every Qigong master I have studied with, except one, really believed in push-ups. And as a woman growing older, I gotta keep all this strong. So I'm gonna do my push-ups the Qigong way, the wimpy way at first. Easy, right? Easy. So if you're new to this, we do it in 3 sets. That's why it's a journey, and we don't work hard. We work easy as we can. That's why I'm gonna do my first set here on the wall. And I'm gonna go super fast, and I'm gonna have good form, but you'll notice, I'm gonna show you. You'll notice I don't go all the way down and all the way up, because I just wanna get it done. I'm gonna get the first 34 done as fast as I can with minimal effort. Good posture. Now, Pat's probably on the floor with her puppy. Go, Pat. Are you in position? All right, I'm gonna assume you have your puppy on your back, and you're ready to do some push-ups. 34 push-ups, minimal effort, work easy. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. That's it. Stop or go to 100. Relax. Come into deer antler posture. Picture all of your energy is going from your hands back into your body. This is the visualization of cooling down with Qigong. And in that way, our energy comes right back to us. We slow down our heart, we slow down our breathing, and we recover super fast. So the idea is to journey to 100 push-ups, and if you can do 100 all at once, good for you, but because some people are just jumping in, we're gentle. You can do them on the wall. The next set, I'm gonna come here on the floor and do my wimpy version on the floor. I don't care if it's wimpy, I'm still getting the exercise, I'm getting the work done, and I feel like it's a success, and it's not hard, it's easy. So I'm gonna count to 33 of my wimpy push-ups. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh my gosh, it's so easy when I get to do them with you guys. It's much harder to do them alone. But now just relax. Take a few breaths. If you're going to 100, good for you. I'm doing them in 3 sets here in the live. If you've been doing the 100 push-ups with me all year long on the live, that means this is your 1400th push-up this year. That's amazing! You rock it! So I'm going to do one more set. Big inhale, exhale, lower hands. It's up to you how hard you make it. So you can go full on push up. But if you fully straighten, remember, don't lock your elbows. That's not good for them when you lock them out, okay? So it's up to you how you do it. I'm just going to keep it easy, especially since I'm counting out loud for you guys. It's a little harder when you're talking. Remember, don't work hard. Make it easy as you can. Let's do 33 together. We got this. We can do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Yes, you are a badass. You did 100 push-ups today. Yeah. Now just calm your heart, calm your breath. Picture all your energy is going inside you for just a few breaths. When you do it that way, when you calm down by being still and purposefully sending energy to yourself, it's way faster and easier to recover. So, big inhale, hands down, exhale, lower. We are running out of time fast. I must have been talking a lot. So, let's close with standing meditation. In the description, I said I was going to do fourth heaven meditation, but we don't have time. So let's do a little Zan Chuan. After all that movement, let's be still. Come back into Qigong. Relax with a few breaths, hands at the side. Then for 1 minute of stillness in Zan Chuan, inhale, let your hands float up like hugging a tree. Exhale, relax. I'm timing it. You only have 1 minute. So really relax. Really breathe. Enjoy just being still for a moment. Don't think about anything else except breathing slowly and relaxing. From the side, you can see it's like I'm hugging a big tree at my chest, or maybe kind of a smallish tree. Standing meditations are really, really good for toning core muscles, for building strength, to hold yourself upright. It's not very often that we just stand and don't move. So I take the time every single day in my own personal practice to just stand and relax and breathe. Usually much longer than 1 minute, but that's all we have. So big inhale, palms down, and as you exhale, gather all that energy into your belly and send it around with some love, tapping up your right side and down the left, making a circle. Up your right side, this is my right side, and down your left. Thanking your intestines for working. Thank you, intestines. Thank you, liver and spleen and pancreas and gallbladder, that you're going to get me through another awesome Monday. And then thank your legs. I'm going to give myself a massage as we go down. So loose wrist, right? If you're new to this, loose fist pounding to wake up your muscles and get your chi flowing down the front of your legs. Thank you, quads. You're the best ones I have. At the knees, give them a little circle of gratitude that they're still bending every day. And then a little light tap or pounding down to your beautiful feet if you can reach them. Thank you, toes. And then coming up the calves. Thank you, calves, for keeping me going. Thank you, hamstrings. So we're following the energy flow up into your beautiful butt and then down the outside of your legs. Thank you for being so strong and balanced, legs. You do a great job for me coming up the inside. I love you, legs. Thank you for being on this life journey with me. Thank you, back. Now, if your back got stiff or does get stiff, give it a little massage. Move it around because I love you, back. I want you to feel good. Thank you for being here from bottom all the way to top. Back. Now, you can hear that. Because I am really massaging my traps because they like it. And then bring it over your head softly. Thank your brain for all that it's doing for you today. Your brain holds it together, so be sure to thank your brain. I love you, brain. Thank your eyes that they're working. Thank your ears. Give them a little pull from your head. Thank your nose and mouth. Thank your arms going down the palm side. I love you, hands. And then come up the fingernail side so you touch your whole arm. Good job doing the 100 push-ups, arms. And if you did 100 push-ups, claim it. Put it in the comments. Yes, be proud of yourself because it's not easy to get up and do 100 push-ups, but it is easier when you do it with friends. Thank you so much, heart. Thank you, lungs. Thank you, whole body, for getting me into another beautiful day, another beautiful work week. I love you, body. And if you're not hugging yourself, I really recommend that you hug yourself because no one will be able to hug you the way you can. Oh, I love you, body. Thank you. And truly, I love sharing chi with each of you. Thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure. Maybe I'll see you on the Wednesday live where we're doing the strength training Qigong routine. If you want to get strong, I highly recommend the routine that we're doing on Wednesdays. So maybe I'll see you then. Stay cheerful, friends.